Y'all, so now here's the video of me telling you like why we had to move. So basically we are in the house at the old apartment and we are just chilling, okay? Period. And I usually check the mail anyway. Well, did, but now I don't because we live in a trailer park now and it's hard to just get to go outside and check the mail because they have like connected mailboxes. So I'm like going to check the mail at the old apartment and we get a letter that we has got to go in 30 days. Not ideal. And that was like literally the apartment I grew up in. Like literally grew up in it. So I was pretty upset when we got that letter and I was like, oh my god, can you just pay the leftover bills and get to stay there? And unfortunately we got told, you know, that we couldn't just pay them and get to live there. So we was like, you know what, okay, fine, but let me tell you what happened before we got our letter. So we had these really nice neighbors, and I'm not gonna put their names on YouTube, but it was two couples and my friend, which was their daughter obviously, and then another daughter. And they was like in their house and I saw the lady come out and check her mail. And I was like, okay, cool, she went to check her mail. Cool. But and then she comes over to our house, our apartment, and says that they got a letter they had to go. So my sister hugs the lady and says, oh yeah, we're gonna miss you, because we was neighbors and stuff. So I hugged my friend before they had to go, and when they left I started crying. So because it was sad, it was really sad. And then we start feeling lonely, like we stayed there for the past. When they had to move and they got all moved out, we was helping them get all their stuff. Because I'm not trying to be rude, but they had a little too much in their house, so I kind of see why they got kicked out. But they never actually told us why they got kicked out, because that is their business, so not always our business. And then, anyway, we was helping them get their little stuff cleaned out. That way they don't have to do it all by themselves. And then after that, they go to move in with, I guess it's their uncle. I don't know, but I'm not going to put their name on YouTube like I said. And then when they moved there, I started feeling super lonely. And then a new girl moved in, a new couple moved in with 2 kids, and then they had another kid, and then they had another kid. And I was friends with the older 7-year-old girl, for a while. And then turns out that we was playing, and I come out and I go home the night before we got kicked out. I told my friend bye because I had to go home for the night because it was late. We was playing all day. And then after I told her that, she said okay, and I went ahead and headed on home because I had to go home around 7, maybe 9, because I didn't want to walk home in the pitch dark. So I walked home and I go home and I'll go to I basically do skincare and I go to bed. And after I go to bed, I wake up the next morning and we have to take my sister to school. Because at that time, my sister went to public school and I was homeschooled. Which was pretty weird to some people, but like, because all my friends missed me at my old school. And then I went ahead and decided one day to go back to public school. So I waited a couple days, and then that was the time I went to public school. I only stayed in public school for like 5 days because that's when I just didn't like it there. I started not enjoying it. And after I started not enjoying it, I was like, Grandma, I want to be back homeschooled. And at that point, we were still at the old apartment. And then I go home, and we had to get my sister picked up from school. And we pick my sister up from school. And she's like super tired, because obviously school is draining. So after we pick her up from school, we go ahead and go inside our apartment and we go to sleep, like almost immediately. And then the next morning we get a phone call. Not a phone call. My grandma gets a letter in the mail. I'm always the one to like check the mailbox, or got to, and then I find a letter, so I'm like taking it to my grandma because I'm not gonna go through her mail. And it's a letter that says we got evicted. Like, are you kidding? We didn't do nothing wrong. But it's because somebody told on us that we had cats there when it wasn't even against the law to have cats there. So like, my grandma was pretty upset. And then I get to hold and hug my friend for the last time. And then we move here. We're gonna try to get a different place soon, but like, this is where we're staying for now. And then now, as of 2025, I haven't saw my friend for the last couple months. Not good. And that's pretty much literally all what happened of that. And I hope you enjoyed it, because I did. So yeah, that's all. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Bye, besties.